This is the Buzzhead Butcher from Halloween Costumes, so let's open them up. Alright, here's a little peek at inside of the box. What's in here? Clothing, more clothing, mechanism, shoulder frame, step pad. Look at this massive boot. Oh my gosh. This thing is like solid. That is crazy. I can't believe the quality on this shoe. I'm actually so surprised. Another shoe. His two hook hands, which are also like solid. Instructions, arm pulls, leg pulls, the adapter. I missed. His base, hip loop. Oh, jeez. No. You okay, guys? Here, I got you. Ugh. And then last but not least, his head. Setup time. All right, what are we starting with first, guys? Of course, the base. Get that into frame more. The base. Now we're gonna throw on his leg poles. Now we're gonna slide his boots over the poles. And now we're gonna slide on his pants. Now, although he doesn't have foam tubing on the poles, his pants are like stuffed with foam, as you could kind of see outlined around here, which really fill out the legs. So there really wouldn't be a need to have those like white foam tubing like on the arms for his legs. All right, now we're gonna throw on his mechanism and then the hip hoop, other way. And then we're gonna Velcro his pants around the hip hoop, which I think is an awesome touch, which most animatronics don't have, and I feel like they should have. This is just the best way to have the pants on an animatronic stay out. All right, now we're gonna throw on his shoulder frame, and then his shirt. Now we're gonna slide on his arms. Now let's slide on his hooks. Now let's get this head on. I can't see it, I gotta come up front. Now you want to put this black cloth down beneath his clothing so you can't see inside of his neck. Now we're going to plug in our wires right here. Now, while we're back here, let's plug in our step pad and adapter. So the adapter goes right there. And the step pad, which is included, goes in right there. And then lastly, let's go ahead and drape over his apron. And then don't forget to go ahead and tie the apron in the back. Well, there you have it, the Halloween Costumes Buzzhead Butcher. Now, this guy is definitely an interesting character. I've got a couple pros and I got a couple cons for this guy. First of all, as you could see here, he just stopped. The motor really isn't strong enough to pick his body up some of the times, which is kind of interesting. So once he gets into the momentum of going, he goes pretty well, but if he starts from his down position and then gets activated, the motor just sometimes isn't strong enough to pick him all the way back up. See, just like this. See, he starts to go up, and then you could kind of hear his motor going, but he can't finish pushing himself all the way up unless you give it a little push. And then he keeps going with the momentum, which that is definitely an issue. If I'm not mistaken, the saw is supposed to spin on the top up there, but this one doesn't. I'm not 100% sure why. It might have just been something, you know, with shipping or whatever. Now, his overall appearance, though, I do really like. His quality in the boots and the clothing is really good. Besides his apron, the apron just looks like a picture that was blown up, and you could tell it wasn't a high quality picture. The resolution is just very blurry printed out on the apron. Like, you can see all the blood and stuff is all blurry. I do love the blood around his hooks and his arms and stuff like that. I think that looks great, and I also love the detail on his face. I think the veins on the head look so cool, and the paint job is pretty well done. Besides for maybe the teeth. The teeth could have been a little better. I'm also never the biggest fan when animatronics just have like solid color eyes, like yellow, especially when they blink too. When I'm looking for an animatronic, I look for the more realistic eyes, because I feel like when they have eyes like this, it just takes away the realism of the animatronic. Now, I love this guy's concept, and I love his overall design, and I love his huge, intimidating size, but outside of that, his quality doesn't seem the best. As you could tell, he's not moving anymore at all now. The motor is struggling a lot to pick him up. Personally, I think this guy would be pretty cool as a static in a butcher shop. I don't think he necessarily needs the motion. I do think he looks pretty cool. Maybe swap out his apron, but besides that, I think he could be a pretty cool static. Like I said, I think everything else looks great, just the fact that he's not really working. Now, even though this is a sponsored video by Halloween Costumes, I still really do want to give my most honest reviews to you guys. And like I said, if you like him for his appearance, I 100% recommend him, because I really do, and that's why I picked him. I think he looks incredible. It's just the mechanics inside of him need a little bit of work. But thank you so much, Halloween Costumes. I seriously do appreciate this guy. And for everyone watching, I do definitely recommend going and checking out Halloween Costumes' website in the description. They do have some amazing stuff, and I do highly recommend checking them out. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. Peace out!